is from, like, we are particularly following the source of PIB, News on Air, All India Reviews and PBNS, mostly the government sites, because Hindu everybody are doing, and in normal magazines also Hindu is covered in our weekly magazines, but very few people cover these sites, and these are government sites, so we have to cover this. Questions are asked from here. Okay. So the first news is Broadcasting Infrastructure and Network Development Scheme. So here the question is about broadcasting. Broadcasting Infrastructure Network Development Scheme. There is a scheme which the cabinet has approved. It has approved a central sector scheme. Now, see, for UPSC, no need to remember this 25,000 crore. It is not required. Okay. Just you need to know what is this scheme. Okay. What is the scheme and what for? That you need to know. Plus, it is a central sector scheme. Now, what do you mean by central sector? Fully funded by central government and implemented by? No. Fully funded by central government and implemented by also central government. Everything is done by center. That is funding and implementation. What is centrally sponsored? Funded by both. It can be 50-50, it can be 60-40. No specific ratio. So funded by both. And implementation by states. Implementation by states, remember. Okay? Fine. Now, the scheme is for the government reiterates its commitment to development, modernization and strengthening of Doordarshan and Akashvani infrastructure and services. Doordarshan and Akashvani infrastructure, to modernize that. Because nobody is watching Doordarshan, right? In today's time. Anybody watching here? Why? Why are you not watching Doordarshan? So, to modernize, because it is governments, right? It is called Prasar Bharati. Remember? So, here the prelims fact is Prasar Bharati. Very important from prelims point of view, nothing to do with mains. Prasar Bharati. Now, what is Prasar Bharati? From when it came, everything we need to know for prelims. Very simple. So, for modernization of Prasar Bharati, the scheme name is Broadcasting Infrastructure and Network Development. Okay. Fine. So, the scheme name is BIND. Bind scheme. Remember. For any exam, they may ask. Bind scheme. They may ask you like this. Recently news, they will not give you the full name. Bind scheme is related to which of the following? They may ask you 4 statements. Something related to binding. Something like relatable words. If you do not know this, you can't answer. Okay. So, the Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs has approved the proposal of the Ministry of Broadcasting. So, Ministry of Broadcasting wants this scheme for infrastructure services and modernization of Prasar Bharati. Now, Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs. Which topic? Polity topic. Okay. Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs. Who is the chairman of this committee? Who is the chairman of this committee? Prime Minister. So here you need to connect to the static topic. There are 8 cabinet committees. It was 6, now it is 8. Previously it was 6, now it is 8. 2 have been added 2 years back, I guess, 2 years or 5 years back. So you have to cover cabinet committees from polity. It is anyways an important topic for prelims. Okay, fine. So this is the cost for infrastructure development, Prasar Bharati, that is All India Radio, Doordarshan, everything. Expansion, upgradation of broadcasting infrastructure, content development and civil work related to the organization, this organization. Fine? Okay. So these are the benefits. Major upgradation to create better infrastructure. No need to go through it. It's understood, right? It is understood. So benefits is development of high quality content for both domestic and international audience. International audience can also avail it, right? It's not limited to domestic. So they can also ask benefits of this scheme. They will write 3 to 4 lines. For example, PM Kisan scheme benefits came 2 years back. So similarly, they can ask, they will just write international audience. You may feel international audience has nothing to do with this, but it's wrong. International audience can also be benefited. Okay. Availability of diverse content by upgrading capacity of DTH platform to accommodate more channels. Everything, all thing, infrastructure thing related to this scheme. Okay. So these are normal points. It will create public broadcaster. It will, like, the thing is, they want to make a wider reach to rural areas, to the LWE area. LWE is left wing extremism areas. Okay, Maoist areas, all this. They want to strategic areas, border areas. They want to make that wider reach. Fine. Now comes the prelims part. Prasar Bharati. They can ask you in prelims. Prasar Bharati. Now, Prasar Bharati is remember, it is an statutory autonomous body. It means there is an act. Prasar Bharati Act of 1997. So it is a statutory body. They may ask you, it is a executive body. Or they may ask, it is a body which came from executive resolution, which is wrong. This came from act. Year name is 1997. Remember, because nowadays chronology questions are being asked. Establishment SBI, establishment of Prasar Bharati. They may ask in the question and tell you to arrange it. Okay? Fine. So, it is the public service broadcaster of the country. Public service broadcaster of the country. The Prasar Bharati Corporation's main objective is to provide autonomy to Doordarshan and Akashvani in order to educate and entertain the public. Fine. So 2 things you need to remember. One is statutory, one is 1997. Just 2 things you need to remember. Now recently in October, now this is in news. So related to Prasar Bharati, one more news was there. Last year October 2020, the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting had issued an advisory stating that any kind of broadcasting be done only through Prasar Bharati. It was a very recent news, October 2020 news. So you have to connect some old news also. It's actually not old. It is related news, October 2020. Just an advisory note, simple. So it means 2 times it's in news. One is 2022 October and another is the bind scheme. So 2 times it's in news. Fine. The advisory note, it is an advisory means it's simply a note. Okay. Now it states that the ministries, departments and central government, state governments and union territories administrations or entities related to them would not be allowed to enter into broadcasting or distribution of broadcasting activities. See, the thing is, this is an advisory, so no need to go in detail. It's simply a kind of a request. So here our main motto is Prasar Bharati. Because it is in news, we need to cover what is this, like what it does, the scheme related to it, and the statutory part, and the year. 4 things you need to remember. Clear? Okay. Now, next news is, these are all one-liners. Either one-liner or they'll ask in a statement form, but they'll ask in 2 statements. Max to max 2 statements. Intelligent tray retrieval system. क्या है ये? Intelligent tray ITRS. Now, Union Minister of MSME. MSME is in Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises. It has inaugurated a virtually intelligent tray retrieval system manufactured by this private limited, no need to remember, which is MSME, Make in India company at Mopa. Mopa is Goa, at Goa International Airport. Now, ये क्या है? It is an artificial intelligent. First of all, you need to remember this. Artificial intelligence use हुआ है. Fully automatic machine that helps in providing enhanced passenger security with advanced screening technology. Simple. Got it? Intelligent tray retrieval system. Now, what kind of questions will be asked? So these kind of current affairs, there is scope of only one type. The type is, they'll simply ask the name. Intelligent tray retrieval system refers to what? 4 options will be there. One option is correct, you know, but the problem is the words are very related. Now the thing is, it is related to passenger services. So in a nutshell, it is related to simply passenger security services, anything in airport. They can try to put some negative sentences like anything, some intelligent machines doing this. They'll use these words. Simple. Passenger services or passenger security with advanced tool, and yes, artificial intelligence is used. Now, in mains, example, you can write. When you write about artificial intelligence, you can use this very easily. Okay, fine. Now see, here see this, the ITRS system installed at this Goa today is made in India. It is made in India, not from outside. It is indigenous by an MSME company and is also a patent. Now this particular system, they have patented it. It means they have a patent on it. Now the topic called what are patents? You have to connect. What are patents? What is the legal thing in India? And what is the validity of a patent? Okay? Understood? So it is patented now. They may ask in sentence. Now the thing is, another scope of question comes if they will ask in a sentence format. It is yet to be patented. Right? It is patented. So yet to be patented will be a wrong statement. Fine. So now we'll cover what are patents. Now this is a static part. This is a static part. Okay? What are patents? What are patents? Batao. Like if you do some innovation, okay, and you do it, now if you do an innovation, something you do out of your imagination or something, it can be misused also. Anybody can, other person can also use it. So if you do a patent, so other person cannot use it. And if he wants to use, to take a permission or give you some share or anything. Got it? That is the concept behind patent, which is a economic concept. In economy we study, even in WTO IR also we study this. Now, it is a type of intellectual property protection. Intellectual property, like you have done it out of your intelligence, out of your own imagination. It is an exclusive right awarded for an innovation which is a product or a technique that offers a new technical solution for a problem and provides a new way of doing something in general. Okay, this is the definition of patents. Now, what is the legal regime of patents in India? We have a law for that. The law name is Patents Act of 1970. Patents Act of 1970. Amendment is done, but the original act is Patents Act of 1970. Clear? The main governing India's patenting system went into effect in 1972, but the law is 1970. Clear? Now, in 2005, it was amended. It updated the act by extending product patents to all disciplines of technology, including food, medicine, chemicals, etc., etc., microbes. Now, what happened is, I'll tell you. Here the word is product patents. So 1970 Patents Act happened. Yes. Till 2005, 1970 till 2005 in India, it was only limited to what? Limited to only process patent. Only the process will be patented, not the product. Now everything, both. Like, see, to make a product, there is a process, right? So anybody else can take the process and make another product. Now process is also patented, product is also patented, both are patented. Process plus product patent. Understood? So they may ask you, in India, only the product is patent, the patent option in our legal, in our law in India is only for process, but not for product. It will be wrong statement. Both. Clear? Now what is the validity? It is for 20 years. 20 years. Okay? It means after 20 years you have to renew करना पड़ेगा. हर जगह होता है ना renew. Validity access आपको मिल जाता है वीडियोस का. Renew नहीं करोगे तो वो अपने आप बंद हो जाता है. Okay. Now your task is, you have to study WTO related to patents. The agreement of WTO related to patents. And another topic is India's IPR regime. ठीक है? India's IPR. There is a policy, 2016 policy. You can just go through. You may find some detailing about it. Will help you in mains if a question comes. See, WTO has a lot of agreements. It has an agreement on agriculture. It has an agreement on subsidies. It has an agreement on countervailing duties. WTO is over in your IR class. WTO is not over. Not over. In economy? Okay. Okay, I'll special WTO class. It's very important, WTO. This is also question came. So WTO has lot of agreements. What is the agreement name of WTO related to patents? Anyone? Yeah? Anyone? It is TRIPS. Okay? TRIPS agreement. Go through the TRIPS agreement. Now, how to go through? See, there are reference books and they are very limited. I'm telling you, they are very limited. So, whether you have a book, it is okay. Those who cannot afford a book, there is a way to study. I'm talking about this, particularly IR. Book is not required. Unless and until you have a PSIR optional. What you do, just simply type TRIPS agreement UPSC 1. You will get 2 to 3 lots of websites. Any 2 websites, go, make your notes. Just understand. If you get a doubt, come and ask me in my cabin. Clear? Number 1. Anyways, I'll be taking a class, but I'm telling from today, you should go and complete this part. It's very clearly mentioned. Second, go to WTO website. Immediately go to WTO website. When you go to WTO website, you will find in top some agreements will be there. When you click that, all agreements will come. It's very big, that window will come where you will find lots of agreements on agriculture, everything. And every agreement, when you click there, you will know what is the agreement, you will know the current affair related to the agreement. First, you will see the current affair. 2022 mein kya hai? Any agreement. Because recently WTO session happened. An agreement related to fisheries happened, a new thing. It is a news, agreement related to fisheries. So there, study what is this, what is the outcome of that meeting. Similarly, today because patents you are studying, go to your home, WTO website, in the left hand side you will see a column of all the agreements. Just touch that, so it will come all the agreements you will see. Go for the TRIPS agreement, simple. Very simple, no book is required. This is the highest level content, that is WTO website. WTO website से कुछ ज़्यादा है क्या? उससे ज्यादा कुछ होगा कहीं पे? नहीं होगा ना, बात खत्म. So you are following the authentic source. You are following authentic source. So if you study that and make your own notes, you will see in 3 days your WT will be over. I am there to solve. You ask your issues. If you get any doubt, you can ask me. Fine. So this is your task for today. WTO TRIPS, only TRIPS agreement. Fine. So करंट के साथ हम स्टैटिक भी कवर उसी वक्त कर देंगे. फाइन. ओके. Now in 2021, now see, it is again in news. Some patent amendment was happened. Some rules amendment was there. Now why I'm telling this is, see, first of all, they will not ask if amendment में क्या था. The questions will be very different. I'll tell you how the questions will happen. See, what does the amendment says? There is an amendment in rules. Professors, teachers, students. ठीक है, हम सबका बात अभी होगा. Professors, teachers, students in educational institutions engage in a variety of research activities resulting in the development of various new inventions that must be patented in order to be commercialized. But हो रहा है क्या? That needs to be patented. It means I am making my own questions, right? From where? From my mind. But people are using outside also, right? So it has to be patented. Rule is there. 2021 amendment rules. So if you also make your own MCQs, but the MCQs has to come from your intelligence, from here. You should not copy. Okay. Now MCQ for prelims. This part. Criteria to get patent in India. Novelty. Novelty होना चाहिए. उससे कॉपी करके थोड़ा चेंज कर दिया, वैसा नहीं होगा. This means that the innovation must not have been made public before the date of the application. मतलब नोवेल्टी होना चाहिए. पब्लिक नहीं करोगे. इनोवेशन जब तुम्हारे पास आ रहा है, उसको जब तक पेटेंट नहीं हुआ है उसको पब्लिक मत करो. बिकॉज वंस यू डू पब्लिक एवरीबॉडी विल यूज. बिकॉज दिस इज इंडिया. पब्लिक में जो आता है और फ्री में जो मिलता है, आदमी पहले जाता है. ठीक है. बिकॉज दिस इंडिया, वी आर नॉट डेवलप्ड. The point is you are not getting correct services. That's the problem. जब खाना मिलता है बाहर, देखो ना कितना भीड़ होगा अगर फ्री में है. Why? The point is hunger बहुत है. अगर hunger नहीं होगा, nobody will go and stand in queue, right? कहीं पे अगर पता चल गया वहां पे फ्री, even we also, अरे हमें फ्री मिल रहा है, चलो. इसको हिंदी में बोलते हैं क्या? लंगर. लंगर is a very good thing. We give food. Particularly in Punjabi culture. Okay, दिल्ली में बहुत लंगर चलते हैं. But the point, it's a good thing to feed people. But you will see there people who are very quite middle class people also, they'll go and stand. अरे वहाँ पे लंगर है, आज अपने घर पे खाना नहीं बनाते हैं, चलो आज वहाँ पे खा लेते हैं. But the point is, it is not for them, it is for the poor people to feed them. Okay. Non-obviousness. This means that the product or process, both product or process, must be an inventive solution. It cannot be a solution that would be obvious to a manufacturer. It has to be inventive. तो वहां पे the word is invention. Okay. ऐसा नहीं है कि हाँ सबको पता है, वैसा नहीं है. It has to be a new thing. Invention. Industrial applicability. These words you have to remember. Industrial applicability. It should be capable of industrial application. Industrial means any industry. Any industry, right? Industry in education is an industry. Any industry, industrial application. So, question will be asked, what are the criterias? Novelty, non-obviousness, industrial. Just remember this. ठीक है. Now, what cannot be patented? Again, prelims question. What cannot be patented? Frivolous invention, any invention that harms public order, morality, health of animals, plants and humans. Now you start an innovation, you make a very special gun. वो KGF में वो गन क्या था? काला स्निकाओ करके कुछ था ना, वो जो बाहर से दुबई से लेके आता है हीरो. तो वैसे अगर तुमने कुछ इन्वेंट कर दिया और जाओगे ऑफिस में इसका पेटेंट बनाओ, इट्स नॉट पॉसिबल बिकॉज इट विल हार्म पब्लिक ऑर्डर. वो पिक्चर में अच्छा लगता है, वो पिक्चर में यश आता है, पर सबको लाइक ही शूट्स, वो देखने में अच्छा लगता है. रियल लाइफ में हो सकता है क्या? नहीं हो सकता है. दैट इज इमेजिनेशन ऑफ होम? डायरेक्टर प्रशांत नील का वो इमेजिनेशन है. ठीक है. And we like those kind of movies also. We like also. There is a reason. Because we can never be that. We like those things which you can never be that. Okay. Methods of agricultural and horticulture. This is important part for prelims. Agriculture, horticulture का methods का नहीं हो सकता. It is not in the ambit of this. You may feel हो सकता है, but नहीं, अभी फिलहाल के लिए नहीं है. They can amend it and they can add. That is a separate issue, but till now it's not there. Traditional knowledge. Now tell me, what is traditional knowledge? It is related to environment also. I'll tell you how. What is traditional knowledge? मतलब आयुर्वेद हो सकता है. Any, for example, any kind of knowledge which a tribe has. They must be having, they can do anything, right? Like some specific to them. They can use their natural resources and they can create a drug. उसको लेके तुम पेटेंट नहीं बना सकते. ठीक है. Now the question, I will connect this traditional knowledge. Okay, after the topic, computer programs and inventions related to atomic energy, plants and animals. Okay. Atomic energy, plants and animals. Any computer programs related to this cannot be patented. Mere discovery of scientific principle. See, discovery nahi hai. The word is discovery. But we are talking about invention. You know what's the difference between discovery and invention? Kya hai? What's the difference? Discovery means it is already existed, but you discovered. Okay, invention means it's a new thing. Now, traditional knowledge पे आते हैं. Now here I'll try to give you some glimpse about related part with what? Environment. Now, related part. Have you heard about this word? Very important. Biopiracy. Heard? मतलब क्या है? Biology which is pirated. Biological resources, not all resources. You can't say coming and using our this light. Biological resources. Okay, biological resources. Now these biological resources in our country, it is morely that the knowledge, that is traditional knowledge with the tribes, with rural areas people, they have this knowledge. Now some foreigner comes, takes that knowledge, okay, goes outside, makes a drug, okay, makes a drug means medicine, and commercializes it. It is wrong. It is called biopiracy. Understood? It is called biopiracy. Now, biopiracy, to stop biopiracy, okay, to stop biopiracy, United Nations people came. Where? At Rio. You know the Rio? Have you heard about Rio Summit? Heard, okay. You heard about Rio Summit, fine. In Rio Summit, 3 conventions happened. Have you heard? One by one. One is climate change. United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change. Okay, that is about climate change. United Nations CBD, Convention on Biological Diversity. United Convention on CCD, not CCD Cafe Coffee Day. Convention to combat desertification. We talked about biopiracy. This deals with it. CBD. Understood? This is the concept. Okay? One part deals with it. It says, yes, foreigner can come and take, but if you commercialize, first of all, you have to take permission. You have to take permission. Okay? So you have to take permission, or you have to take a kind of a license or permission. Better use the word permission from the government body. I'll tell you what is a government body. Now, when you commercialize it, you have to give equitable distribution, sharing of resources. There should be equitable sharing of resources. And this thing happens to be in, can anyone tell me the protocol name? There are 2 protocols. For example, UNFCCC has UNFCCC has basically mainly 2 agreements. This convention has 2 agreements. One is Kyoto, one is Paris, 2015. Kyoto, 1997. This is COP 21. This is COP 3. 8 कैसे हो गया? 3 को 8 करते हो क्या? ठीक है? Now, similarly, we'll study this later. Similarly, now we are talking about biopiracy. Understand that these are very important part of environment. UNCBD, it deals with this. It has 2 protocols. Name? One is Cartagena. One is Cartagena protocol. One is Nagoya protocol. Cartagena protocol 2000, Nagoya protocol 2010. ठीक है? Environment में, okay, this detailing I'll do in environment also. Just I'm giving you a brief idea so that you get to know the concept first. Now, this biopiracy, this Nagoya deals. Okay? Equitable and equitable sharing of benefits. Whether if the foreigner is creating some benefit or commercializing out of the biological resources of our country, it has to be shared. Okay? Now, how the sharing will be, all these things, I will cover when I teach the CBD class. Or else it will take the whole day. फिर चला जाएगा यहाँ पे. Now, Cartagena deals with LMOs, living modified organisms. If there is some export-import of living or modified organisms, you have to be careful. It deals with that. Now, when a country signs and ratifies a convention, as I told you, ratifies means साइन कर देना. तो फिर साइन करना क्या होता है? पहले साइन करते हैं, साइन करके वापस अपने घर आ जाते हैं. ठीक है? दे कम बैक टू देयर होम. होम मीन्स अपने घर नहीं, कंट्री. नाउ रैटिफिकेशन मीन्स इट गेट्स पास्ड फ्रॉम कैबिनेट, रैटिफाइड. ठीक है? Now, after ratification, that country has to bring a rule or a law. It can make some changes, but the soul should be the same. Our law related to this is Biodiversity Act. Of 2002. 2018 mains question. Direct question. Okay. 2018 mains question. Because I only wrote this. That's why I remember. Okay. Now, I told you, you have to take a permission. You have to take a permission. In our country, somebody will be there who will give that permission. That body is NBA. National Biodiversity Authority. It has come from this act only. National Biodiversity Authority. So, you got to know the concept, right? So, you got the topic also. So, today's your job is Biodiversity Act 2005 Source I Pleaders. If you cover this, you will not need any other source if you cover this from this source. Acts. Okay, got it? Cover it, make your own notes. Doubt, ask me. Till our class is there. Okay, fine. And you can also cover the even CBD from internet. Even CBD, UPSC. CBD cover, no? Today biopiracy is a topic. Connected, cover it. Topic wise preparation. Do a topic wise preparation. Okay. पहले बुक खरीदेंगे, फिर हम उसको पढ़ेंगे, फिर एमसीक्यू करेंगे, होते होते 6 साल चला जाता है. फर्स्ट विल स्टडी एनसीईआरटीज. एनसीईआरटी पढ़ने के लिए 1 ईयर चाहिए. फिर लक्ष्मीकांत पढ़ेंगे. फॉर लक्ष्मीकांत वी नीड 1 ईयर. फिर एनवायरमेंट पढ़ेंगे, वी नीड 8 months मिनिमम. तो एक काम करते हैं, लेट अस गिव अ प्रपोजल टू यूपीएससी टू गिव increase the limit till 60 years you can give exam. 60-75 वैसे बूढ़े होके भी जाएंगे एग्जाम देने. कहाँ जाए वो? यूपीएससी देने. ठीक है. So make it fast. Preparation should be fast. Don't feel yourself कि I'm a fresher. If you feel yourself, आप जिंदगी भर फ्रेशर रह जाओगे. Always feel कि you are intelligent. Feel from inside कि I'm intelligent. ओनली फील करके मत बैठ जाना आई एम इंटेलिजेंट. वैसा आमिर खान की तरह ऑल इज वेल, वैसा नहीं है. यू हैव टू वर्क फॉर इट. ओके, फाइन. नेक्स्ट. अगेन, yesterday we have covered the whole thing of green hydrogen mission, blue hydrogen, yellow hydrogen, pink hydrogen, grey hydrogen, all these things we have covered. Fine. Again, it is in news. See, yesterday, National Green Hydrogen Mission, we already covered. Today, the cabinet approves it. Dekho. Visionary. Okay. So, those who have not gone through hydrogen, see our last lecture, our last current affairs class. Each and everything of hydrogen is done and dusted. Okay. So here, just you need to know these mission comes under which ministry? Ministry of New and Renewable Energy. That is MNRE. Simple. Because green hydrogen, India is going for green hydrogen because it is a cleanest fuel, very clean fuel. Fine. Yesterday in our class we covered how green hydrogen is done. What is the technology? Electrolysis process. Byproduct no CO2. It will only divide the hydrogen and oxygen will be going to the air. It's very good. Okay, fine. These are all things we have already discussed. Okay. So government green hydrogen blending. So yesterday in the lecture we discussed the blending, the approval. How much percent the government approved? 5% blending is approved till now. The maximum is 20%. The maximum is 20%. Now it is 5%. Go through the last video. You will come to know everything. Fine. Next. कौन है ये? कहां से है? क्या हुआ? मैं दिल्ली से हूं. Delhi, Odisha, Hyderabad mix. The President of India, Draupadi Murmu, graced the inauguration of 18th National Jumbo of the Bharat Scouts and Guides at Pali, Rajasthan. Now, this news you may see, इसमें क्या current affairs है? You may think now. Now, I'll connect this with modern history. Modern history के साथ connect करेंगे. And with a very well-known personality, which we have already covered. You will be shocked. Wait for 10 seconds. Okay. So, Bharat Scouts and Guides. We all know what is Scouts and Guides. School में we do it, right? Guide होता है girls के लिए. Scouts होता है boys के लिए. Okay. You know ना what is Scouts and Guides? School के बाद after school we do. NCC भी होता है. NCC दोनों के लिए होता है. So NCC gender neutral. NCC में दोनों हैं. Boys and girls. Scouts में only boys. Guide में only guide में only girls. दोनों एक ही कैसे हो गया? तो अलग हुआ ना फिर. चलो जो भी है irrelevant है ज्यादा. Bharat Scouts and Guides is the largest voluntary. Listen, it is a voluntary, non-political. It is non-political, uniformed youth and educational movement in the country. ठीक है? What happens here? It was for the character building of boys and girls without any distinction of creed, race or gender. कैरेक्टर बिल्डिंग करता है किसका? बॉयज का एंड गर्ल्स का. ठीक है, बट दैट इज अ सेपरेट थिंग कि ये जो बॉयज होते हैं वो जितना एज उनका जाता है उतना कैरेक्टर उनका कम हो जाता है, और गर्ल्स जितना एज जाता है उनका कैरेक्टर बढ़ जाता है. आई डोंट नो व्हाई दिस हैपेंस. नाउ एट दिस टॉपर्स आर आल्सो गर्ल्स. Boys, why are not they coming? मतलब वो इतना कंपटीशन बढ़ गया है अभी. The boys are not able to come up. Equality नहीं हो पा रहा है. Feminism भी increasing. Okay. So we need a term. Opposite term, antonym of feminism. क्या है वो? Maleism. हाँ? क्या? मैस्कुलिन तो वो तो फेमिनिन मैस्कुलिन, बट फेमिनिज्म का क्या है? जैसे पवन कल्याण का पवनिज्म है ना एक. सोचो क्या है उसका मूवमेंट चाहिए. नहीं तो हमेशा रैंक 1 गर्ल्स. काफी टाइम से रैंक 1 गर्ल्स ही है ना. दिस ईयर हु श्रुति शर्मा, टीना डाबी, शुभम कुमार बीच में एक आया था. शुभम कुमार लड़की है लड़का है? ओके. नाउ कनेक्टिविटी ऑफ स्काउट्स विथ मदन मोहन मालविया. मदन मोहन मालविया हर जगह है. ओके. सो स्काउटिंग इन इंडिया वाज इनिशियली इंट्रोड्यूस्ड बाय, रिमेंबर द नेम, स्टेट एग्जाम्स या फिर यूपीएससी में. दे मैं आस्क यू बिकॉज इट इज ए न्यूज, एंड इज न्यूज मीन्स रिलेटेड टू ऑल्सो प्रेसिडेंट. दैट्स व्हाई. बाय रॉबर्ट बैडन पावेल. He looks like a cricketer. नहीं, the name looks like a cricketer. पावेल. पावेल क्यों? अच्छा, you know him? Okay, okay. No, I knew yesterday only while making current affairs. And that too at morning 4:30. हाँ, you did so उसका क्या? ताली मारो. कैरेक्टर बिल्डिंग. अच्छा, गाना गाने से कैरेक्टर बिल्ड हो जाता है? अच्छा, ओके. ये सब जो गलत फहमियां है ना वो 1-2 साल में दूर हो जाएगी. ओके. Though only British, European and Anglo-Indian students could join the organization known as British Boy Scout. This is a modern history talk. Connectivity. Modern history connectivity. At that point of time, it means before independence. Who were able to join? European, British and Anglo-Indian students. Only these three you have to know. They may ask you, in British India time, everyone were allowed. No. Clear? Scouting for native Indians was started by Justice Vivian Bose after independence. Remember, it is also a prelims point. After independence, not before independence. Who is the name? Justin Vivian Bose. Bose है, don't confuse कि सुभाष चंद्र बोस का भाई है या फिर उसका चाचा है, वैसा कुछ नहीं है. सुभाष चंद्र नाम देखो, विवियन तो नेम भी अलग है. सुभाष चंद्र बोस इज लाइक अ वेरी देसी, विवियन इज लाइक अ क्रिकेटर नेम. हाईफाई लगता है ना विवियन नाम जो है. Okay. Officials from Hindustan Scouts and Guides were hired by the government of India when the country became independent to continue the functions of British Boys School, renamed as Bharat Scouts and Guides. Finally, नाम change हो गया after independence, just after independence. Clear? Remember the name? Powell, Vivian Bose. So when Powell was there, only British, Anglo-Indians, European. Okay. Bose brought Indians into it. Fine. Done? Okay. Now, pure modern history will connect it. With the support of members Hridayanath Kunjru, Girija Shankar Bajpai, Annie Besant, and George Arundel. George Arundel was also associate of Annie Besant. Malviya started an organization called the All India Seva Samiti. All India Seva Samiti under Seva Bharati unit to conduct scouting activities. So it means Malviya was associated with scouting. Now the thing is, they are Indians, right? British did not allow. Yes or no? Because British did not allow, they started it. Yes or no? Because after all, character building is a must. British did not allow us to build our character. Okay? British refused initially for this organization to be formed, to recognize the scouting education imparted by the Samiti. Baden-Powell himself advocated the recognition of Indian scouting as co-curricular education in school after a visit to India offered him the opportunity to learn of the association's activities. Thanks to Malviya's efforts, scouting units from across the subcontinent came together to create the Hindustan Scouts Association. Later, the Guides Association in India, managed by Besant, also joined to form the Hindustan Scouts and Guides Association. So, two words you have to remember. One is Malviya, Annie Besant. These names you are not required to remember. So Annie Besant was the one for guides. Now Annie Besant is very important topic, right? But एक भी book में लिखा नहीं है ये. अब यहाँ पे Annie Besant, यहाँ पे don't confuse home rule, तिलक, वो सब confuse मत करना. That is a separate story. Okay. Now. See this. Malviya also notably contributed the Ma-Mo-Ma, short code secret language in scouting, now widely used across the world. The name Ma-Mo-Ma is derived from the initials of his name. This is also a very important prelims topic. Now you can't even guess. Ma-Mo-Ma kya hai? Now they'll ask the question. Now how they'll ask the question? Madan Mohan Malviya's Ma-Mo-Ma is related to which of the following? Okay, is related to which of the following? Options. Mamoma is related to which of the following? The options will be number 1, Scouts. Number 1, Scouts. Number 2, all things they will try to put related to Madan Mohan Malviya. Ganga Mahasabha. Ganga Mahasabha is related to whom? Madan Mohan Malviya, right? He formed this for that Ganga river. 2 to 3 more points will add. You can't even guess. Now the thing is, it is in new. See, Scouts का ज़्यादा कुछ नहीं, but how the connectivity we do it with modern history, it becomes important. So this is how you have to study current affairs. You simply can't say कि अच्छा Scout guide president is doing something, चलो आगे बढ़ते हैं, not required. वैसा नहीं होता है. This is how you have to connect. All these things are relevant. So 2 names, guide के लिए Annie Besant, Scouts के लिए Madan Mohan Malviya. Remember the name. All India Seva Samiti. Okay? Fine. Okay. So we discussed 2 days back in our last video. There was a external affairs ministers bilateral meet. January 2 lecture we have discussed. Fine. So that visit in a way ended. So there are agreements of Solar Alliance, Migration, Working Holiday signed. Solar Alliance is International Solar Alliance. Now, International Solar Alliance you have to cover. 2015 spearheaded by whom? India. Headquarter? Gurugram. Okay. Now tell me, what International Solar Alliance does? Solar energy, they want to promote solar energy because it is a renewable energy. Now in this alliance, a lot of countries will be a member. India is telling, be a member and let us invest. Let us invest on the infrastructure of solar energy. Main thing is investment in solar energy. Now tell me, basically from Tropic of Cancer to Tropic of Capricorn, mainly the solar countries, right? These are the solar countries, sunrise come there. So basically they can be the members. Now I'm asking whether the countries above this and beyond this can be member of ISA. Yes, first of all, yes, they can be member. Okay, they can be member. Now I'm asking another question. Alliance हुआ तो एक voting भी होगा. Decisions, auditions, votings will happen. Who can vote? All countries can vote. Yeah, only Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn countries can vote. Voting only these countries. Remember. Okay? Now, your task. Go to the ISA site. Find some initiatives. Find some initiatives. I'll mention one initiative which is very important. That is I*C. 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 Okay. Now this scheme was launched by International Solar Alliance Secretariat, that is in Gurgaon, to support capacity building efforts. To support capacity building efforts in ISA countries. to support capacity building efforts in ISA countries through training and awareness programs. Clear? I star C, very important, remember. I star C. Fine? Okay. So these all things were signed. So 92nd country, Cyprus became the 11th nation to sign the framework of Indian Relation, and 92nd member country to join the ISA. Cyprus and Austria visited, right? Cyprus. Austria we have covered. Now he also visited Cyprus, Cyprus. So we need to know the border of Cyprus also. So Cyprus joined the ISA. Okay. Now, because our External Affairs Minister went to Austria and to Cyprus, so we'll cover the border part. Fine. Austria we have covered in our last video, we have covered it. Okay. But again I have put the same map. First is Cyprus. It's a very small island country, very small, this one. Okay. Now this is Lebanon. So Mediterranean Sea mein hai, first of all. Mediterranean Sea. So this is a you can simply remember Mediterranean Sea and nothing more, because it is a island country. Simply remember Mediterranean Sea, because it is not touching Lebanon and these countries, Syria, Turkey. It's not touching. It is around Lebanon, Syria, Turkey. It is around, but it is in which sea? Mediterranean Sea. Just remember Mediterranean Sea. Now coming to Austria. We have discussed, again I am doing it so that revision ho jata hai. In Austria, the famous river you need to know is Danube River. D-A-N-U-B-E. Danube River. Okay. Now coming to border countries. Austria, one by one. Germany. So just remember, Germany is there, France is not there, because Germany, France always हम एक साथ use करते हैं. France is here. France is not there for Austria. Remember, France is not there. That day I told you, day before yesterday, two countries are not there. You need to remember Poland, Croatia. Because when the question is formed, they will 100% add France, Poland or Croatia. 100% they will ask. They will not ask Iraq or Australia, because we know it. Okay. So Germany, Czech Republic, Slovenia, Hungary, Slovakia, Slovenia, Switzerland, Italy. Now the thing is, two similar sounding names are there. Slovakia, Slovenia. Two are there, and it is very high chances these two will be asked in paper. And you may feel, because of our intelligence which you don't have, कि दोनों कैसे हो सकता है, इसमें से एक होगा. यूपीएससी चालाकी कर रहा है मेरे साथ, इधर स्लोवेनिया होगा या फिर स्लोवाकिया होगा. सो इफ यू लव किया कार, यू विल गो विथ किया, स्लोवाकिया. ओके, बट रिमेंबर दोनों है. जर्मनी है, फ्रांस नहीं है. स्लोवाकिया है, स्लोवेनिया है. ओके. हंगरी, चेक रिपब्लिक, जर्मनी, स्विट्जरलैंड भी है साइड में, एंड इटली भी है. इटली, ये पूरा इटली है. नाउ when you're covering this, cover Adriatic Sea also. In January 2nd current affairs, I gave you a task to mention the border areas of Adriatic Sea. You have to remember this. Okay, this country, Italy. Fine. Okay. Now this is in news, not that much required. Why Japan is paying 1 million per child to families to move out of Tokyo? Okay, it's a very common news because of depopulation. Because of depopulation, this news is there, and it's not much of relevant when it comes to exam current affairs. Okay, you can just go through it. Okay, next is Tamil Nadu to set up Green Climate Fund to support mega green projects. Okay, so Tamil Nadu is creating its own Tamil Nadu Green Climate Fund worth rupees 1000 crore with a green show option of around 1000 crore. The fund will be created for a period of 10 years, subject to extension of another 10 years. Now the thing is, here Tamil Nadu is creating a Green Climate Fund. It is not at all required for exam. Not at all. Nobody will ask you about, because it's the UPSC exam, nobody will ask you about Tamil Nadu. But what is required? I'll tell you. These you can go through it. These are not required, simply go through it. But we need to know here one thing, that is Green Climate Fund. What is GCF? What is Green Climate Fund? Environment topic. I'll tell you today only, related to UNFCCC. We covered some aspect of UNCBD today. Similarly, we'll cover some aspect of UNFCCC today. So that when you go and read your books, you'll get the relatability. Okay? Yes, this one. Okay, Green Climate Fund. First of all, let me tell you what. Don't go through this. First, I'll tell the clear cut, I'll give you the detailing. We have something called UNFCCC, right? Which deals with climate change. So, UNFCCC has two agreements. One is Kyoto Protocol, one is Paris. It happened to be 1997 COP3. This is 2015 COP21. Fine. So, a lot of projects will be under Kyoto, a lot of projects will be under Paris. Fine. This much till here. In 2001, something happened called Adaptation Fund. It was created because fund is required, right? Project को finance के लिए fund चाहिए. You need funds. Adaptation Fund 2001 in some COP. No need to remember the COP name. If you remember COP3 in 1997, you can calculate. Every year COP happens of UNFCCC. CBD ka every 2 years happens. Fine. Not mandatory, but generally it happens. Okay. Adaptation Fund was for whom? It was only for Kyoto, projects under Kyoto, because at that time only Kyoto was there. Yes or no? 2001 mein only Kyoto is there because Kyoto happens to be in 1997. The Kyoto Protocol started in 1997. The project started later. But the agreement was in 1997. It got into effect in 2002. That is another thing. 2004, not 2. So it is only for Kyoto. Okay? Now, again come back to UNFCCC. There is a fund only for UNFCCC and other conventions. There is a fund called Green Climate, Global Environment Facility. Notes बनाओ. GEF. Global Environment Facility. It is an independent financial mechanism, right? It is an independent financial mechanism. It means it also gives funding. Yes or no? It also gives funding. Now, it was created just on the eve of Rio Summit. Just on the eve of Rio Summit. Rio Summit 1992 में हुआ था, just उससे पहले. It is independent. Initially it was under World Bank, but now it is independent. But World Bank is the trustee. World Bank is the trustee of Global Environment Facility. Fine? Till now? Now the question is, ये independent fund mechanism है, environment के लिए पैसा देगा. Right? Environment के लिए it will finance. To whom? Now the question comes, finance करेगा to whom? This is independent. It will finance to UNFCCC. It will finance to UNCBD. It will finance to UNCCD. It will finance to Minamata Convention. Minamata for Mercury. Okay. So all these conventions, it will finance. It means these conventions, every convention will have lot of projects. So GEF will do for all these conventions mentioned here. Fine. Okay. So UNFCCC is just a part of GEF, not wholeheartedly. It is just a part, right? It's just a part. It is not, this fund is not created under UNFCCC. It is an independent thing. But UNFCCC projects can get some funds. Now the question is, this is on 1992. Independent. Fine. UNFCCC COP happened. 1, COP 2, COP 3. COP 3 is Kyoto. Yes, funding is there. GEF is there. But खुद का तो नहीं है. अपना नहीं होता है. अपना अपना होता है, right? अपने तो अपने होते हैं. वो गाना है ना? So खुद का नहीं है. So that is the reason why Kyoto brought its own fund. That is adaptation fund. Connectivity हुआ अभी? Till now? समझ में आया? Kyoto brought its own fund. Now ये सिर्फ क्योटो का है. Again problem हुआ. ये only for adaptation is only for Kyoto. Now any other agreements will happen. This funding cannot be financed. Funds cannot be financed to any other agreement under UNFCCC. Fine? Because it is only specifically for Kyoto projects. Then came another something called the topic Green Climate Fund 2010. ठीक है? 2010 at Cancun. CANCUN. Cancun कहां पे है? कहां पे है? Don't know? मेक्सिको में है. ठीक है? Okay. Now the thing is, Green Climate Fund, you came to know history, right? Why Green Climate Fund was done. Now Green Climate Fund किसके लिए होगा? क्योटो के लिए ये हो गया. GEF सब के लिए है. Green Climate Fund पर्सनल UNFCCC का है. पर्सनल UNFCCC कन्वेंशन का है. It means anything under UNFCCC, GCF is a fund. You hear this fund name, right? GCF gave this much rupees to this project. This year, every year you get to see this name. 2010 से. Clear? खत्म. Rest everything is available in notes. इनका बोर्ड है, एडप्टेशन फंड जो कि मैनेज करता है. GCF started in 2010. Slowly by 2014 it became full-fledged operational. All these things are separate things. But this is the main chronology why it came. Now tell me one thing, everyone, one question. Can GCF fund to Kyoto? Yes, because it is UNFCCC. Can GCF fund to Paris? Yes, because Kyoto Protocol just ended. Second phase is 2012 to 2020, just ended. Second phase, second commitment. And it came in 2009 or 2010, started in 2010. Like the original is 2009, but proper established in 2010. Understood? Adaptation fund only for Kyoto. Green initially started is global environment facility for 4 to 5, not all, 4 to 5 conventions. Out of that, one convention is UNFCCC. So global environment facility, can it finance Kyoto? Yes. Can it finance Paris? Yes. So these two can finance both these two, because these are only two agreements only. But adaptation fund only Kyoto. This much you have to remember. Got it? Okay. See, GCF is a fund for UNFCCC. Operating entity for. So it is the main financial entity of UNFCCC. They needed it. In 2008-9 discussion started in COP. कि we need to have our own. कितना dependent करेंगे हम इसके ऊपर? Global environment facility. We can't depend more, right? It is up to them to give. It's an independent. We need our own thing. GCF. So in Cancun was COP 16. See, just remember COP 21 is 2015. So plus minus you can do. Okay. 2010, and it was Operation Paya in Durban 2011. Now, GCF is headquartered in Incheon. Incheon कहाँ पे है? नाम अच्छा है ना? Incheon, कोरिया पे, Songdo district. Fine, understood? So now today I'll tell you what to do. Today your static part is, see, from current affairs I'm giving the static part. Today your static part is go home, open your environment book, go to the convention. One is UNCBD, today it was in news, UNFCCC. Just read it. You will feel very comfortable today, I'm telling you. If you have any doubt, ask me. Clear? It has nothing. Climate resilient, all those normal sustainable development. Okay, fine. So all these things you can go through. In book it is mentioned. Now, loss and damage fund. It is also in news. Loss and damage fund. Very important. When you go today, the thing is everything is not mentioned in book. Everything is not mentioned in book, but you can go through. First reference book you can cover, then I'll give the notes. In environment convention classes, I'll take the convention classes, right? These are all dynamic part. Today the environment course you are now the classes are going, it is core part. This is the dynamic part. Loss and damage fund. Now recently COP 27 happened, yes or no? UNFCCC COP 27 happened, right? Sharm el Sheikh. कहाँ पे है? Egypt में है. Now, here, now first of all, loss and damage fund होता क्या है? Any disaster हो जाता है. When any disaster happens and natural hazard happens, एक loss होता है, damage होता है, right? So एक fund होना चाहिए to compensate that. Now this loss and damage thing came to be perfectly now into synchronization or established in COP, included compensation against due to climate change. COP 27. Now this everyone knows because it is in every magazine. Now I ask you one question. It came from where? It came from where? Obviously it will come from UNFCCC some COP. It came from where? And what was the declaration name? Double quote declaration name. Anyone? It came from 2013. UNFCCC COP. It was the Warsaw Declaration. On loss and damage. In this, you have to remember this declaration name. But it was not established. It was simply came, but from 2013. Now in 2021 establishment. Understood? This much is enough. And you know what is loss and damage. Same thing is written. Fine? Just mention this because it is not mentioned here. Mention this. I forgot to mention. COP 13. So COP 13. Sorry, not COP 13. It is 2013. It means COP 19. COP 19. See, either remember the year or remember COP name, or else confuse हो जाओगे because names काफी similar है. 2013, COP 13. Like I got confused in my time. So usually I remember one, the year. COP can be done, plus minus. Okay. Last topic, economy topic. Economy topic, and topic is, subject is economy, topic is tax. Usually they are asking about taxation questions. Okay, every year one question. Now the topic is windfall tax on exports of domestic crude oil raised. Exports होता है, crude oil भी हम भी तो export करते हैं, raise कर दिया है. You just need to know what is windfall tax. Okay, what is windfall tax? When a company benefits from something that they are not responsible for, the financial gain that ensues is called windfall profits. उसके ऊपर टैक्स लगता है. समझ में? When a company benefits from something that they are not responsible, तो एक extra profit आ गया. The financial gain that ensues is called windfall profits. Government typically levy a one-time tax over and above the normal rates of tax on such profits, and that is called windfall tax. ठीक है? See, all these taxes are not mentioned in book, so you need to know anything which is in current affairs. Just terminology questions. This is called windfall tax. Fine. Fine. That's it for today. Okay.